It's that time. Surprise package time, surprise package time. What did I order? I don't know, cause I ordered a long time ago. Surprise package time, surprise package time. How's that for a theme song? World-class karaoke singer here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, gentlemen, there's only one person that watches these videos. Alright, let's see what we get on this bubble wrap. Right, there's a couple of things I've been waiting for show up. And this says, that's definitely from China, whatever it is. Ooh, looks like a couple of things. This must be my LilyGo order. Let's see. LilyGo, maker of fine stuff for hobbyists. First we have the little e-paper screens. Let's see. Is this taped together? Oh, sweet, I can get in here. These are, I don't know if you're familiar or not with the T-displays, also by LilyGo. These are the same idea, it's just a little square of e-paper. Let's see. Oh, and there's a battery connector. Look, is that an off and on switch? Well, it's got a button, so that's something. I don't know what the heck these... I think these are just for screws. Anyways, the neat thing about e-paper with a ESP32 chip, which I think what that little tiny black square is. Neat thing about those is that they have a low power mode. So you can have the device turn itself on, refresh the e-paper screen just once, and then turn itself off for, say, 5 minutes or an hour, then turn itself back on again and do the same thing over and over. And the display will continue to keep the image while the device sits basically on idle, burning virtually no power at all. Usually power consumption is measured in milliwatts, but I think the power consumption for idle mode is measured in picowatts, which is like 1,000th or something like that. Anyways, you can have one battery power a device like this for weeks, maybe even months. And the display will always stay on, so it'll always have pertinent information. So this would be great for a little weather station. I think it's also got a little squeaker speaker, which I wouldn't want to use in low power mode, so I don't even know why that's there. It's a weird thing to include. You know what it is? I think this is a knockoff of another design designed for a watch. Because LilyGo is a Chinese company and they steal everything in China. So they included the speaker because the original design included a speaker. I don't think there's any value in that. I mean, I guess you could make a watch out of it, but I never make watches. I only got this fancy little Galaxy watch, which is shown off in my other videos. But that's neither here nor there. Let's see what else we got here. Another watch. I like these watches because they're displays with chips, memory, often battery management, all into one device that you can use for a variety of things, none of which are watches. Come here, you. Oh, here we are. Now this should be an ISP screen. Full color, beautiful picture. What is that little thing? Oh my gosh. It's a Rotary Switch. Oh, I could put a little knob on this thing. Interesting. Of course, not a knob for using for watches, but, you know, selector for all kinds of things. I don't really have any plans, per se, at the moment for what to do with these things, but sooner or later they could be quite useful. Nice Usbc. That is nice to see, because those micro ports, they always want to tear themselves apart when you're using them. Battery management, lots of switches. This could be used for all kinds of things. Or it could be used for a watch if you're really boring. Let's see what else I got here. What is this little thing? Oh, it's the programmer. That is something else that is happening a lot lately. These devices don't always include programmers. If you're familiar with dealing with Arduino stuff, you know that usually you just plug it in. There's a little tiny programmer chip on there, and it just handles the connection to your computer. a lot of these devices now don't have that programming chip. So you need one of these little USB dongles. Let's see, I get anything? And then this handles the programming. Boy, my phone does not like all these movements. Hopefully I won't need this. I think at least one of these devices has its own programmer, but if I do need one, I will have one on hand, thanks to LilyGo, and a whole $4. Anyways, you can find all this stuff on AliExpress if you're curious and picking it up yourself. And it's relatively cheap, as long as you don't mind waiting 4 to 6 weeks for something to show up. Which is why I make this show, because I have no idea what comes and when it is going to arrive. Thus, a surprise package shows up in the mail for me every once in a while. So that's the origin story, the superhero origin story of this amazing video chain that I've been doing. And with that origin story, thus concludes another episode of Surprise Package Time!